Hello and welcome to Java with Jim. I'm Jim Reese, Director of Business Development at Offit Kurman, joined here today with Paul Kappel, President and CEO of Junior Achievement of Central Maryland. Paul, good morning. How are you today?
I'm great, Jim. Good morning. Yeah, no, doing well. Lots of exciting things here at Junior Achievement.
That's for sure. All right. Well, so Paul, tell us about Junior Achievement of Central Maryland. What makes you guys different from similar nonprofits? What are you doing that's different? That's sort of state of the art.
So thanks, Jim. Yeah, so we are an economic education organization. We primarily work with students K-12, both in school and out of school. We have three primary tenets. Those are financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and work readiness. And I think that thing, kind of our secret sauce in everything we've done. We've been around since 1919, and at the core of all J experiences is a committed volunteer. So whether that's somebody, an entrepreneur who goes into a high school class and talks about their experiences in starting their own business, to volunteers who spend a day in one of our experiential learning programs here at our work and Career and Workforce Innovation Center, or those who actually spend as many as 45 to 50 hours with students as they create their own startups. The key piece there is those volunteers who not just bring the curriculum to life for students, but also give them a pathway that maybe that individual can see something in themselves that maybe they've not seen before.
Yeah, and Paul, you just had a one of those red letter dates with the grand opening of the new facility, the new JA facility. Can you tell us real briefly what exactly is inside that building?
No, absolutely. We did just open up our new Youth Workforce and Innovation Center, three primary experiential learning opportunities in here. J BizTown is for fifth grade students, and they actually learn on how an economy works. They actually go through about 17 hours of classroom instruction led by their teacher. They literally apply for a job in the BizTown community, and they show up here for that first day of work. So whether you are a teller in Bank of America, you are the restaurant manager in Chick-fil-A, you are the mayor of J Biztown, you have a job to do to make sure that your city is successful for the day. So students really get an understanding of jobs that may be available in the future, the interconnectivity of a local economy, but then also the interconnectivity on, hey, if I want to do my job well as an individual, I got to make sure that person in the company across the street also has the resources they need from me to get that done. Finance Park is the other part of this facility. That is for seventh grade students, and they basically learn financial capability. Again, classroom content led by the teacher, and then come to the facility and make real world budgeting decisions, opening up a bank account at Truist, buying a car from Toyota, deciding whether they're going to rent a home, rent somewhere to live, or maybe go to hometown lenders to open up a mortgage. So again, real world financial decisions, but doing so with that volunteer support from real world companies that we're all familiar with in the Baltimore region. On the horizon will be our Career and Entrepreneurship Center that'll open up in the summer and give basically a lab that students can use, not just to find out about career opportunities in the future, but get support in their own entrepreneurial endeavors in the community.
Paul, thanks for sharing that. I know there are some very impactful numbers behind the success of JA and the students that have that experience at JA. Can you share some of those really relevant numbers with us?
Absolutely. So I'll give you two quick things. First of all, this year we'll have about 15,000 students participate in those experiential learning programs in the facility that I just described, and that'll grow to close to 30,000 in future years. But that's over 40,000 students will participate in some sort of JA program in Central Maryland. And those are great numbers, and we're very proud of those. But it's all about impact, right? So we know things like 1 in 5 JA alumni follow in the same career as their volunteer mentor. We know that 69% of students who are JA alumni are now in their dream job, so to speak, when they enter the world of work. And that's compared to about 25% of the average American. So we know that our students are making good choices about their career path. And why is that important? Because we know, particularly if you go to college, that's an investment. And we're all very familiar with the student loan crisis that many young people face. So as students are making decisions about college, if they're making the right decision, aligning their skills and interests around their career path, that saves them money in the future. So we know these programs work. They're more likely to start a business. They're more likely to earn more than students that don't participate in JA programs. They're more likely to carry less debt. So again, we know these programs work.
Paul, you're so passionate. We can hear it in your voice and your energy. So that's a perfect segue. When it comes to JA of Central Maryland, what are you most proud of?
I think two things. The facility's great, and again, would love the folks watching this come see us. It's one of those things that you may understand it, but when you really see the kids in the facility, we've got 75 elementary students in today running that town. I'm excited. In a few minutes, I'll get to go watch the mayor get sworn in. So we're very proud of having this experiential learning opportunity that students across the region can participate in. But I think beyond that, we really want to make sure that we work with our school district partners, that every young person that graduates high school is prepared for either college or work. And we really want to begin to expand on that, particularly from the workforce development side, not just to prepare them for work, but to make sure that we are helping to provide a pathway to those jobs. And there's a huge disconnect right now between the number of high-paying jobs in our communities and the number of people to fill those jobs. So the role that JA can play in making that an easier path for students from 18 to 25, we're really proud of being a partner to help make that happen.
So you got this wonderful facility where you had the grand opening a few weeks ago. You got buses of middle school kids pulling up every day. What do the next 6 months look like for JA of Central Maryland?
So the next 6 months, I think, are really two things. First of all, haven't even touched on this transformative high school program that we have piloted for the last 2 years with Frederick Douglass High School in Baltimore City. Imagine an opportunity where students really see the relevance of their education, that business concepts such as effective communication aren't just an extracurricular, but embedded throughout the entire school day on how that applies to the importance of learning math, learning language arts, how it relates to social studies, and how the skills and competencies that we know that employers are looking for when a young person graduates are actually drilled down to the entire high school experience. And again, we know it works. Over the last 2 years, we've seen an increase in attendance with students in this 3DE program. We've seen a decrease in in-school suspensions with students in this 3DE program. And it's summed up very nicely with that young man who's part of the program who said to us in the spring, JA makes me want to go to school. And we know as employers, as leaders, as community members, the most important thing to be successful is what do you got to do first? You got to show up. And if we can inspire these kids to want to show up for school and learn, then great things can happen. So that's really a big piece of what we want to do over the next 6 months and start to bring these opportunities to scale so that there aren't barriers to young people. Any young person in Baltimore, in Central Maryland that wants these experiences, it's our job to provide those for them.
Yeah, for sure. So Paul, you're one of those new guys on the block. We're recently moved down from Southern PA to take this fabulous position at JA as president and CEO. So what do people watching this video interview not know about you?
So you're right. I am the new guy on the block, although it's been 10 quick months already. I started here in Central Maryland in January of 22, but I've actually been with Junior Achievement for 25 years. I started my career, Junior Achievement of Georgia, as a middle grades program manager. So working with middle school teachers and corporate volunteers with our classroom program. And just like a lot of jobs, right? For me, I have a degree in business. I have a master's in human resources. But my first job out of college was actually working for a university. So just like we try to talk to the young people in our programs, kind of figure out where that fit is between what you like to do, but also what you're good at doing. And for me, it was that intersection between business and education. So I actually applied for an open position with Junior Achievement of Georgia, was there for a 3-hour interview, got offered the job on the spot, loaded up the family in the U-Haul in 1997, and have never looked back. It's a great organization, and it's the one thing that I wish every student had the opportunity. Find a job that you love and go do it well, and I've been able to do that for 25 years.
That's fabulous. Definitely a great story. And Paul, really appreciate you spending some time from your busy day to sit down with us. And the work that you're doing at Jay is fabulous, and it's got a great impact on the middle school and high school age kids in many underserved communities. So thank you for what you do.
No, Jim, thank you. And if any of the viewers of your program, just go to jamaryland.org, give us a call, send us an email. We'd love to talk to you.
All right. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Jim. Hey,
Take
have a
care.
great day.
Bye-bye.